Hi, it's Anthony from ocuplay.com, and today we're checking out a pair of prescription lenses for the Oculus Quest 2 from VR Rock. There's a number of prescription lens companies that are supplying lenses for your Oculus Quest 2. And although I'm not much of a glasses wearer myself, I just recently picked up some glasses because of a short-sighted prescription. So I thought now's the time to check out how these actually work with the Quest 2 and see if they're a big improvement for me or for anyone that's looking for prescription lenses for your Quest 2 instead of using your own glasses and spacers, for example. So once you've gone to their website and you've gone through their ordering process of setting up your right and left cylinder and your right and left spear, as well as the axis and also your IPD. And then you can select whether you want to have blue filters or anti-glare filters added to the prescription lenses as well. And if you've got a picture from your prescription, you can just send that along with them, and then they'll manufacture your lenses specifically for that prescription. Their lenses are anti-scratch, they're anti-static, they're also anti-UV and anti-reflection, and they are actually attached through magnets, so they're easily removed if you are sharing your Quest 2 with someone else that isn't a glasses wearer, and also that makes them very easy to clean as well. So once you get your prescription lenses, they come in this really nice, tough carry case with the VR Rock branding, so it keeps them all nicely together should you need to stow them away. And you've got some pockets here, so you can actually have the left or the right stowed away nice and neatly without them interfering with each other. And then here are the lenses. Right, so here are the lenses. If you've seen some of my other reviews, I've done just like blue light filter lenses. I've just covered those, and these just work in a very similar fashion in that the prescription lens is here, and you've got two little magnets on both sides rather than some that supply three, and you've got two opposite magnets here, and these go around the lenses of the Quest 2, and then these just snap into place and can be easily removed afterwards. Now they've got like a little ridge on the lower side to stop them from rotating, which is quite nice to see, this little ridge here. I wouldn't say they snap on that well. I would say they could probably do with some better magnets. There's no scratches on them. They've come in perfectly nice. I've got a very small prescription of short-sightedness, so I'm not expecting a massive breakthrough. I don't play the Quest 2 with my glasses. I don't think I need it, but it'd be nice to see if these do give some level improvement to my sort of short-sightedness. So let's get these on our Quest 2. So to do that, you just basically need to get your headset, take off the facial interface. You don't have to do this, but I find it much easier to get to the lenses that way. We'll take the actual lenses off first, and then when we locate what should be, this says an R on the top right there. So that goes around the ridges. If you can see here, there's like a little ridge on the bottom side of the lens, and I think on the top side of the lens as well. So these ridges sort of attach and snap onto those little ridges. So that's one attached. Get some light on here. So that's one attached, and they don't come off that easily. You have to probably much get underneath the ridge and then pop them off like that. So there's like, get underneath there with your nail and just lift it up, and then they pop off just fine. And they can only go on one way, so you can't really get it wrong. So that's the left one attached and snapped on. And we go for the left one. Again, you've got a little L there, and that goes on like that. So that's the lenses attached, and again, hard to really pick them off unless you go underneath and pop them off. And then once you've got these lenses, and that then goes in like that, and then the right hand side, and that pops in like that. So I'd say that these aren't as snappy as the AMVR ones and the other ones that I tried. Their little magnets were way much stronger. I think these could probably do with being a little bit stronger, but they're not falling out, which is important, so that might just be sufficient. And that little ridge that's on the edges here is going to stop those lenses from rotating, and therefore those magnets shouldn't really come out of alignment and fall out. But you can see here I can push them quite easily. They kind of pivot in a way. If I push down where that little ridge is, yeah, not as much on the other side, but yeah. So if you're watching, I would invest in some stronger magnets. So that's obviously going to create a much bigger height difference. So if you're going to have a facial interface where your eyes or eyelashes are very close to the lenses, you might have to go with a thicker facial interface on the side, just to push your face a little bit further back, or go for a glasses spacer perhaps. If I take one off, you can see the height difference that the extra lens is doing. And if I take this bit off completely, you can see the height difference there as well of what it's actually giving you in addition. So you've got to think that space is now lost in front of your eyes. So now you're going to have to push your face a little bit further back. But I've got quite long eyelashes, so I'll see how well these go with these. Actually, first I'm going to give them a bit of a clean. Let me pop the facial interface back on here on our face. Right, so with them on, I've not made any changes with any glasses spacers or facial interfaces or thickness pads or anything like that. I've not made any changes there. And I can just about feel the lenses on the top ridge of my nose, and I can just about feel the top edge ridges of the lens covers with kind of like my forehead as it over the bridge over here. It basically, you can just about feel it. But my eyelashes aren't touching the lenses at all. That was the main thing that I was worried about. So I think with a thicker pad or a glasses spacer, just to bring me further out, it might feel a little bit better that way. But it hasn't really affected my field of view so much. And if you do feel that's going to be the case, you could go for a thinner pad until your lashes start brushing the lenses. So that's an option if you want to increase your field of view. Looking at the menu in the Oculus browser and things like that, it does feel a little bit sharper, if I'm honest. Some of the details is a little bit sharper for me. So that's doing its job. And obviously if you've got a lot worse eyesight, then this is going to be a big improvement than just using no glasses at all for you. And you've got the convenience of not having glasses inside your headset as well. And you can just take those out if you're going to share that with someone else that isn't a glasses wearer. So I think personally, yeah, this is a little bit of a winner. It's definitely made things a little bit sharper for me. If I were to take them off, I'll try and take them off and keep my distance to the menu interface with the lenses off. Yeah, and it's slightly a little bit blurrier. So those fraction changes in my short-sighted prescription is definitely helping with that. So that is good to see, that even such a minor amount in my prescription does make a big change with these prescription lenses. So with the blue light filter, that's going to help with reduced tiredness and things like that, and it won't disrupt your sleep if you're playing quite near to going to bed. The anti-glare coating is going to help with any sort of smearing or reduced glare that might be coming in from any internal external light from coming into the headset, so that might help if you suffer with that. The options are $10 more, and I think if you're going to pay that amount for your prescription lenses, then I think that little extra $20 is probably a better investment overall, especially if you're going to be using these for a long period of time. So these prescription glasses, at least for my prescription, cost $76, and that's with the blue light filter and the anti-glare added. Without that, that's just down to $56 instead, and on top of that you've got to add just a little bit extra for shipping. They ship worldwide. As your sight gets a little bit worse, then their price might grow a little bit more, because obviously more glass is needed to add that curvature and things like that for the lenses. So a stronger prescription might be a little bit more money, but not much more. But as I said before, I think the blue light filter and the anti-glare is probably worth adding, especially with VDU work and things like that. That anti-glare and blue light will really help you out in the long run, and it's just a small little extra on top of your prescription lens cost. So head over to VR Rock website, and I'll link that down below, and you can process your order and see how much that final prescription is for you. But overall, I think these are a decent accessory if you are struggling with short or long sightedness, and especially if you are sharing the headset with someone else that isn't a glasses wearer, and it just saves you the burden of potentially scratching your lenses, as well as the ability to take them off, pop them in the case like this, take them off from there, pop each one in the little sleeve. You can grab a little, it would have been nice to see a little cleaning cloth supplied, even if it was a small one, that'd be worth added. pop it in there, and then you're good to go. You can pop that in your carry case, and the non-glasses wearer can continue to use the Quest without any magnification from your prescription lenses. All right, hope you found this video helpful. If it has, leave us a like down below and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about these prescription lenses from VR Rock. You can check out all my other accessory reviews for the Quest 2 up in this top playlist up here. Hit the subscribe button down below to catch all my future content, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.